Welcome back to NSUSpartans.com. I'm Matt Mihalik coming to you today from the 2018 MEAC Football Media Day as we're just a little over a month away from the kickoff of the 2018 season. Joined now by the NSU head football coach entering his fourth year with the Spartans, Latrell Scott. Coach, good to see you. I hope you've had a decent summer, what there was of it. Tell us a little bit about what the offseason was like for you and for this program as we're just about 5 weeks away from the start of the 2018 season.
Well, a lot of work. We had a big group of guys on campus all summer, which was great. Got an opportunity to spend some non-football time with our team, which I think is very important. But as you said, we report next week, and we're looking forward to it. We're ready to go.
Coach, one of your one motto for this season is come together, and you talked about how your team spent some time together here this offseason away from football. Tell us a little bit about what went into that motto and what you're really trying to get accomplished heading into this year.
Well, I think it's something that's it's a university-wide deal for us. I think sometimes football teams and students can get a little bit disconnected when it comes to athletics and things. So, we're trying to be a part of the campus community. We're trying to be a part of the local community, and I think if we all come together, we can share the success that we plan on having. So something that we've tried to work on as a team. We've tried to work on with other groups on campus, and it's just it makes fun for a great Saturday atmosphere if we can all come together.
Coach, one of the big off-season developments for the program, you're getting a new artificial field surface. I know you have to be excited about that. Tell us a little bit about what that does for your program.
Well, it gives us the ability to practice in our stadium, and it gives us the ability to practice, during inclement weather. I mean, we missed a ton of practice days and had to move practice because of our field being wet and things like that. So you have to thank our administration for seeing that. But, it also gives us the ability to host high school games on campus. It gives our band a place to practice. It gives our ROTC somewhere to go. So it's a project that is going to help our entire school. So again, I'm just thankful that our administration decided to get it done for us.
Coach, as we talk a little bit about the football side of the thing, I know you're excited about what you have, the roster that you have. Was our young team last year still not a lot of seniors, only about 8 seniors on the roster this year, but yet you've got 17 starters back. You've got your leading quarterback, running back, receiver, all back, 5 offensive linemen who started back. You have to be pretty excited about how this roster looks on paper heading into the season.
Yeah, it's unique because the seniors on this team are the guys that we did not redshirt our very first year here. Guys like Marcus Taylor and Quintrell Chung and those guys that have been here with us and played as true freshmen. But, those guys are battle tested. But it's a good feeling to be able to come into a season and know who your left tackle is going to be, know who your right tackle is going to be, know who your quarterback's going to be. We still have competition at certain positions, but to know who's who and to have guys that are playing in the Virginia State game this year that played in the Virginia State game last year is a huge change for us.
Coach, looking at the offensive side of the ball, I know you were really happy adding Chris Sweet as the offensive line coach in the spring. What did you see from that unit in the spring, and what do you think Coach Sweet can really do for that group of young men up front?
Well, it's a cohesive group now. Those guys have been together for a while. They've taken their lumps. I think we've upgraded their teaching. But those guys have played in games together, and it shows. But I think Coach Sweet came in and added a dimension to those guys. They're flying around, they're running, they're moving, they're downfield. They're more aggressive, and I think those guys are going to be a huge key to our season. I mean, you run the ball for 86 yards a game, you're not going to be very successful. And, it's not always just the offensive line. We fixed our running back room also to give us some guys that we think can, hit home runs. Cam Brent and Gerald Hewlett are guys that we added to go along with Aaron Savage that should give us some firepower to help the offensive line as well.
Looking at the defensive side of things, lost a couple guys that were big for you up front, Chris Lee, a couple of linebackers, and Kyle Archie and Anthony Smith, who were gone. Still have 6 starters back on that side. I know you talked about maybe tweaking the look of that unit a little bit as far as how you guys line up, but what are you looking for from this defense that forced a lot of turnovers last year?
Well, obviously when you replace Chris Lee, I don't know if you replace him, you try to take a next man up mentality, but Deshaun Middleton stepped into that role and done a tremendous job of being the guy that runs that group, the leader of that group. Nigel Chavis at linebacker is one of the most dynamic playmakers in the league, and I think J.T. Wahi is one of the best corners in FCS football. So you had to replace 2 linebackers, but I think we're faster and more athletic at inside linebacker than we were last year. You know, we're definitely going to miss Ant and Kyle, but you put Quintrell Chung in there, and you put Matt Hodges in there, and you put James Byers in there. Those are guys that can run and get off of blocks and hopefully give us a different dimension than what we had a year ago.
All right, Coach, lastly, before we let you go, we're just a few days away from the start of preseason training camp. What's going to be your message to the guys when they report to campus next week as you get ready for a month of work leading up to the Labor Day Classic?
It's all business. You know, we talked about coming together earlier. We're going to be together. We're going to spend time together, but we're going to work. You know, and we want max effort from here until, you know, we hit the field September 1st. This can't be a season to where we, you know, say, hey, we're 10 points away from being 7-4. We need to do what we need to do to be able to be competitive. I think after 4 years of being here, we definitely need to give our Spartan fans something to be proud of. We've got a great supportive fan base, but we need to give our people something they can brag about.
All right, Coach, well, we're looking forward to it. Just about a month away from the Labor Day Classic. Season tickets on sale now. A lot of activities surrounding the Labor Day Classic again this week, so we hope fans will check out all that information online. And in the meantime, Coach, we'll break up now as we've got some other things happening around us here at Media Day here today, and we'll talk to you again as we get closer to the start of the season.
All right, thanks, Matt. See you soon.
Once again, this has been Matt Mihalik from MEAC Football Media Day 2018 on NSUSpartans.com.